Okay, it's nice to improvise my questions, to have them feel relevant. So I see you, Guy, as one of the most curious people that I know. And sometimes, or maybe this is a question that just interests me in my own life, but I wonder, I mean, how the people who are very, very close to you, and in this sense, actually, maybe I think of your family, who, from what I know and from what I feel that you have a lot of love and affection for your close family. And I mean, I feel that you go in these deep dives in all kinds of very, very different fields, you know, be it your music playlists, which have, I don't know, Russian, some kind of Russian hip hop going into Japanese pop, going into Baroque, going into, and yes. So I think the question that I want to ask is, how much do you care about the people closest to you being able to share your curiosities and your interests? Do you have some kind of an expectation to be behind you in these processes? For example, in the book you're reading, like, yeah, do you care that the people closest to you know what you are doing and what you are thinking about?
No, I only care, like I used to. But like we are ever changing, and I think this is good. I think we should acknowledge our ever changing nature and embrace it. I used to really care about people caring and being into the things I'm into, and sometimes even taking it very personally when they're not into it. But like, now, when it comes to my close family, my main concern is their well-being above anything else. I don't care if they're interested in what I do, if they like what I do, as long as they are doing well, it means I'm doing something good. But of course, I would like them to be interested, and they actually are. I mean, my brother is helping me with establishing the studio, and my mom usually really likes the things I do. My dad used to like the things I do, even if he didn't quite understand what it was all about. But yeah, it's not so important for me, this immediate satisfaction, you know, of like doing something, presenting it, and then like, what do you think? You know, like I think I'm over this. Like I think I was over this the moment I left academia, to go back to the previous question. You know, for me, the act of creation and of research and exploration is way more important than the result. The result is just a side effect.
Okay, but do you ever ask yourself? I mean, okay, let's take this production company, for example. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it is, like you said, with artists, by artists, for artists.
Yes.
So I think that you do care about how your process of exploration is going to be metuvach. What's the word?
Communicated?
Yeah, we could say how it's going to be communicated to your audience, to the outside world. I mean, you have an editor for your book.
Yes.
These things do matter.
Yes.
I mean, I'm very impressed that, in a sense, that for you, you are able to, to put them on the side, at least while you are going through the process.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that I don't really care, I mean, it's not that I don't care what people think, you know, it's more that, I mean, I want to do things well. But for me, the sense of knowing I did something well is more important for it than it being like, you know, critically acclaimed. Like I'm working on many projects, as you said now, and it's like, in a way, it's like a a method I'm testing of like throwing spaghetti on the wall, see what sticks. And maybe eventually something will stick, but maybe nothing will stick. Maybe like I will never make any piece of art that makes any impact. But I'm fine with that because I know that that at least I tried. You know what I mean? I think many people don't even try to put themselves out there. And I do think it's important for people to be creative, especially in fields that they're not, that it's not their forte. Like I'm not. I've been writing for many years, but I'm not a professional writer.
Yet.
Yeah, maybe I will become a professional, but I produced some music, but I'm not a music producer. I've directed some videos, but I'm not a professional director. But I do think it's important to explore these things because you discover so much, not only about art, but just about the world, about like how people think and work. And as a person who usually has great difficulty understanding how people work, this is extremely helpful.
Can you explain?
I don't know. People are strange, as Jim Morrison said.
I was also hearing the soundtrack.
Yeah. People are strange. I don't know. Like, I find it really hard to understand how people operate sometimes. Not trying to sound condescending, right? Like no, because some people might read it as like, he thinks he's like above everyone, like, but like no, I'm truly curious about like how people, because a lot of people make choices that I would never make. For example, I don't like getting married. Like a lot of people do that, and that's like this is like completely alien to me. So I really try to understand what's up with that, And I do think that by doing art, especially like art that is collaborative, like film, like writing, that always involves, right, like an editor. I also have an illustrator. Maybe eventually a publisher. Like you're always working with other people in order to make your thing publicly accessible. And through these interactions, like this sounds so strange, but yeah, I learn a lot about people and how they operate and how they think, and yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, what should we drink to?
Operating systems.
To operating systems.